Ruby Bridge, written by Christopher Street by Donald Omotai. For question, how can one person make a big difference? Was no brave, loud difference, separate, first sound. So, comment. Who was Ruby Bridges? Ruby Bridges was a little girl who made a big difference. Ruby was born in 1954. She and her family lived in the South. What was the South like? When Ruby was young, some laws in the South were not for to black people. These laws keep black people and white people separate. A United States law and that all children had to go to the same school. State laws in the South still kept black and white children separate. Black children and white children had to go to different schools. Many people worked to make Southern schools follow the United States law. How was Ruby brave? Ruby was chosen to go to a white school for first grade in 1960. She was the only black student in that school. Many white parents did not want their children to go to school with a black child. They kept their children at home. Some angry white people stood outside Ruby's new school. They yelled at Ruby every day. When she went to school, Ruby kept going to school. Officers kept her safe. Many people helped Ruby while she went to school. Ruby had a nice teacher named Mrs. Henry. Ruby was the only children in Mrs. Henry's classroom. All the other kids and been pulled out of the class by their parents. A man named Mr. Claus helped Ruby too. Mr. Claus helped Ruby with the way she felt about going to school. Ruby drew pictures about her feelings. Many neighbors helped Ruby and her family too. They worked with her to keep her safe on her way to school. How did Ruby make a difference? Ruby was a brave girl who didn't let anything stop her from going to school. She showed people that children can help change a country. The next year, other black students went to school with Ruby. Today, many different children go to school together. Ruby still works in bring children together. She still works to make the world for everyone.